Hey guys, so I just filmed my everyday back to school makeup tutorials, and that was like 2 minutes ago, so I probably look exactly the same as I do in that video, but this is going to be my next video in the series, and this is going to be back to school advice. This is going to be back to school advice pertaining basically to high school. I honestly can't really give good advice for middle school because I barely remember middle school, same with elementary school. And college, I don't know, I haven't gone to college. So I'm actually not in high school anymore. I graduated over a year ago and I'm a bum right now, so. But yeah, so my advice is going to be pretty random. I'm going to go ahead and skip over the whole be yourself, be true to yourself kind of a thing, because honestly everybody says that, and honestly in high school you don't really know who you are. I'm just now starting to figure out who exactly I am. I had like some big identity problems in high school, which I'll tell you about in a minute, so yeah. So the first piece of advice, which I think is really, really important, is don't spend too much time getting ready in the morning. Just don't do it. Like, I was literally late to school. I'm not kidding you. I was literally late to school every single day of my senior year in high school, every day, because I don't know why. I was trying to get all prettied up and whatnot, and I would spend so much time. I curled my hair every single day, which takes me like an hour. Sometimes I'd take showers in the morning instead of at night. Sometimes I would do my makeup at home or whatever, and that was when I started driving, so I had to do it at home. I couldn't do it in the car anymore. Whatever. I just spent way too much time getting ready, and there's really no point. Like, who exactly are you trying to impress? Honestly, think about it. Ask yourself that question. Who am I trying to impress? If you're dressing up for your friends or whatever, I don't know why, because honestly, if they're your true friends, they won't give a rat's patootie, I'll just say that, I'll keep it PG, about what you look like. Like, they really, really, really won't. They won't care. Whatever. If you're getting dolled up because your boyfriend goes to school with you, which is why I've really started doing it, because I got a boyfriend who went to my school. That was the first boyfriend I've ever had at my school before. He didn't care. He didn't like that I got all dolled up, actually. He much rather just liked it when I wore like sweatshirts or something to school. Like, he didn't care. He just didn't care. And honestly, if your boyfriend does care, like if your boyfriend insists that you get super dolled up like a Barbie every single day, then he's a jerk, and he obviously dislikes you for looks or for other things and whatever. So just, who cares? If you're trying to impress all like the preppy, bitchy girls or whatever at your school, why? Why? Why do you want to look like an orange Oompa Loompa and have like fake hair down to there, and just why? Like, that's not that attractive. Like, just look like you. Like, do 5-10 minutes on your makeup tops. Just don't worry about your hair too much. Throw on whatever you feel like wearing and just call it good enough. Like, don't spend. Which brings me to my next point, with what you wear and everything. Like, honestly, if you get super duper dolled up, like, I remember some girls, they would just come in every single day. They would curl their hair. They'd have on these super fancy outfits, like skirts and stuff and whatever, and they'd have like 10 pounds of makeup on, and I just didn't understand why. Like, that can't be comfortable. I hated wearing like skirts and dresses to school because you have to sit with your legs crossed and you have to be really conscious of it, and you feel so exposed all day, and I know it's really uncomfortable, and it's just, why? Like, if you're just going to be sitting in the middle of a classroom with a bunch of people who you're not even friends with or anything, just why? Like, why are you wearing that? I mean, unless you're going to like a wedding or a funeral or a job interview or something after school, that, I mean, I understand that, but I mean, if you're just doing it just to do it, like, what's the point? Every time somebody would do that, I would find it so annoying. I'd be like, I know they're uncomfortable, they're not impressing anybody. I mean, yeah, they probably get a few compliments, like, oh, you look nice, whatever, but that's it. Like, if you're doing it for a few compliments, then that's really stupid. So that's annoying. Like, legitimately, I loved just putting on like sweats and a sweatshirt and just going into school looking like crap and just being so comfortable. And also, when I was more comfortable, I was able to focus more. I wasn't worried about like, oh, my shirt's coming up, my pants are falling down, whatever. I could just be like sitting there comfortably and not worry about what I'm wearing, not worry about if my hair's falling or whatever. So it's honestly just more distracting, I think. Like, who cares? Like, legitimately in high school, everybody wears sweatshirts like on a daily basis or t-shirt or something, and nobody gives it two thoughts. Like who cares? And every time somebody would dress up, we'd always be like, oh, really? Like, whatever. I mean, hey, if dressing up is your style, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying if you're doing it just because you're trying to impress people, nobody's going to be impressed. Don't even waste your time. Probably my most important piece of advice would be, do not slack. Don't do it. It's not worth it. I mean, I know I slacked so bad my freshman and sophomore years, and I failed almost every class I took. I did. I really, really did. I slacked so bad. I'd be in class like, I'm not going to pay attention today. I'm not going to do this assignment. I'm not going to study. I don't care. Just whatever. And I ended up getting like D- and E's and whatever. And I failed like everything. And I don't know if this is the same thing at your guys' schools, but at my school, if you failed a class that was required, you had to retake it before you graduated. And I failed it, and I'm just like, I don't want to take it again this year, whatever. And then when it got down to my junior year, I had to take all of my required classes from junior year, plus all the ones that I failed from my sophomore and freshman year. So pretty much, I only have 8 classes. We have what's called block scheduling, so I had 4 classes each semester, and the only extracurricular activities I had 1 per semester. So 6 out of my 8 classes were required, and normally you get 2 electives a semester, so I would have gotten 4, but I had to retake 2 classes. So I had to retake some classes my sophomore year too for my freshman year, and then what I couldn't take then, I took my junior year, and it just wasn't worth it. So I ended up having to take it with underclassmen, and it was so weird because I didn't know anybody, and of course all the little kids are like scared of you and they don't want to be friends with you and they don't want to be your partner in anything, and it's just boring. It's really lonely. It's really like humiliating. It's like, oh my god, I look like such a dumbass right now. Like, it's not worth it. Just do it right the first time, and then you can have fun later on. So don't slack. It's not worth it. As far as like relationships go in high school, I'm not against them, but most of the time they're just nothing. Like, honestly, all of the relationships that I was in through middle school and high school, nothing. They lasted me like a month tops. They were useless. The guys ended up being total jerks. It's just, eh. There was only one boyfriend that I had in high school. I started dating him my junior year. He's the only legit boyfriend that I've like ever had. He is still in my life 3 years later, and I love that kid to death. We still talk on the phone almost every single night. I did fall in love with him. He was my first love. But I mean, other than him, I had shitty boyfriends that treated me like crap, and I fell for it, and I didn't care that they were treating me like crap because I had a boyfriend. It was like good. Like, anybody who was in high school who wasn't in a relationship was like a loser. Like, oh, nobody wants you, huh, whatever. And it was just a lot like cooler, I guess, to have boyfriends and girlfriends and whatever. So I would like get with boys, and they would treat me like crap, and they would use me. I had one boyfriend who would use me for money. I literally have given him like hundreds of dollars. Never got it back. He would use me for car rides. He would just have me do all this really crappy stuff, and he got me in tons of trouble in class and out of class. And while I was dating this guy, it was the very first time I had ever been called into the principal's office. It was the only time I'd ever skipped class. It was the only time, and whatever, and it was just really bad. I got in lots of trouble with that kid, and I stayed with him because he did the whole, oh, I'm such a good guy, oh, I love you, blah, 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 I treat you so good, I'd do anything for you, you should do this back for me, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, okay, you're cute, I'll just do whatever you want. And now I'm just like kicking myself for it. I'm like, why did I do that? Like, why did I date this jerk? Like, why? He's a jerk. Like, I gave up so much. I legitimately threw away so many chances because of him. And it's just not worth it. So all I'm saying is, like, high school relationships, be conscious of it. Like, if the guy is just trying to get into your pants, drop him. If you start getting in more trouble because of him, drop him. If he really doesn't make you feel special at all, drop him. I'm not saying that kids can't fall in love, because they can. I did. I fell in love at 16 and I'm still in love with that guy. So, sorry, Ella. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying there's lots of shady guys, and 90% of the relationships you're going to be in or potentially be in are false. They're just big lies. Because in high school, all guys want is to get into your pants and get as much out of you as they possibly can. So don't take it too seriously. I mean, if you're with a guy for a month and he already wants to have sex with you, that's all he wants from you. If you like text him and he doesn't text back for like a week, he's shady, he's a player, get rid of him. If he, after like a week of dating, he's already like, oh, I love you, baby, blah, that he's lying. He's just trying to butter you up so that he can get into your pants or get more out of you. Like, he's a jerk. Drop him. Just no. And always listen to your friends. Like, anytime that my friends have been like, yeah, he's looking kind of shady, or I heard he did this, I would look into it. I'd confront him and be like, did you do this? Did you do that? What's up with this? Who is this? Why did you do that? And if he was just like, or like he gave me some kind of crappy explanation, then I knew he was lying and he's shady, and then you get rid of him. But I mean, there's nothing more annoying than when your friend is dating somebody who's a total jerk and you're just like, hey, he's shady, he did this, you should look into it. And they're just like, no, like he wouldn't do that. And then they get hurt later on and then they're just like, why didn't you tell me that? Like, whatever. So guys, super duper shady. Don't take your high school relationships too seriously. And yeah, just don't. Listen to your friends. They are your friends for a reason. They're going to look out for you. They know what's best for you. And they want to be there to support you. And if they are telling you that there's a big red flag, you should definitely look into it. So, yeah, that could go on that subject for days, but I'm not going to. As far as like peer pressure goes, there's lots of different things for peer pressure. There's peer pressure to look a certain way. There is peer pressure for like drugs and alcohol. There's peer pressure for sex, whatever. I never had a big problem with peer pressure because honestly, the whole just say no thing, it's really not hard. Like if you really, really don't want to do it, just say no and legit walk away. Not very hard. Like there were tons of times somebody would shove like a joint in my face, be like, yeah, smoke this. I'd be like, nope. And they'd just drop it. Like, what are they going to do? Make you, like, what are they going to do? Shove it in your mouth and make you inhale? Like, they're not going to do that. Same thing with cigarettes. Just, no, whatever. Same thing with a drink. Like, for example, here, I'm going to drink this. It'll be so cool. No, I'm good. I'm good. Drink it. No, I'm good. Okay, done. They're not going to, like, pry open your mouth and shove it down there. Just say no. And I mean, honestly, in the end, you look like the cool one for not doing it. I know it sounds really stupid, but honestly, you do. Because when they're on Facebook just like, oh, I'm so drunk, I'm so hammered, look at all these bitches I'm gonna get tonight, whatever. You look like an idiot. And then the next morning in class when they're all hungover and can't see straight and they fail all their tests and stuff, they're gonna be the ones retaking that class, not you. When they lose all their brain cells and friends and they end up looking like Lindsay Lohan, then you're gonna be the hot one. So it's okay. As far as like peer pressure to look a certain way, that's probably the hardest one to say no to, because when you are looking around and all your friends are skinny, gorgeous creatures, and then there's you and you just feel so hideous and you're just like, no. Me, for example, I'm completely aware that I'm not a skinny person. I'm not. I will tell you right now, I am not skinny. I am not. Okay, I'm completely aware of that. My friends are gorgeous, skinny, tiny little sticks, okay? And whatever. And then there's me, and I'm just like, wow, I really wish I could be skinny. And there have been so many times that I still do this. I'd be like, wow, I wish I could lose weight. Wow, I wish I'm just going to starve myself. Maybe I should be bulimic, whatever. It's not worth it. Because you're just going to feel like crap afterwards, and if your friends don't like you because of the way you look, then they're not your friends. Same thing with boys, whatever. Just be comfortable. I mean, everybody has things about them that they don't like. Just keep that in mind. Like, even my little tiny, skinny, gorgeous friends who I would kill to look like complain about how they look. Like, they go, oh, I wish I wasn't so bony. Oh, I wish I wasn't so scrawny. I wish I had curves. I wish I had boobs. I wish I had a butt. Whatever. So even if you're not the super skinny girl like me, maybe they want to look more like you. You know what I mean? So even if somebody is gorgeous and you go, wow, they are gorgeous, they're perfect, they are probably feeling the same way you are. So don't assume that just because you're not the skinny one or you're not the tan one or whatever, that you're not pretty, because that's not true. And if somebody tells you otherwise, then they're not your friends, okay? Because if somebody goes, okay, I can't be friends with a fat girl, I can't date a fat girl, like, you have to be skinny, screw you, like, somebody's gonna love me more to love, hello, so whatever. So that's probably the hardest one. All I can really say is just be comfortable with yourself, and if you're not, that's understandable. I'm still not really comfortable with myself, and I know a lot of people aren't either, but whatever. Again, that's another thing that I could talk about forever. And as far as like sexual peer pressure goes, that one's pretty hard to do too, because it's really not. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Like, for example, I'm just going to be open with you guys. I've had sex with 2 guys, okay? Okay, this might be a little racy, and I'm sorry if you guys are like younger and you're not really into this whole thing yet, but I'm just going to be open with you guys so I can give a good, legitimate example for any girls who are in my shoes. So the first guy was that one guy that I met when I was 16, who I loved and I still love and I still talk to. He's still in my life. He's a legitimate good guy. Like, he's a total sweetheart. He treated me right. I was dating him for... How long was I dating him? Let's see. I was dating him for... No, I know how long I dated him, but I'm trying to think of how long we were dating before I had sex with him. It was over a year. It was like just over a year. And I mean, there were other times we'd be hanging out, we'd be making out, whatever, and he would be like, so do you want to? And I would be like, I'd be thinking about it. And I mean, if you even have to question it, then you're not ready. I wasn't ready, so I said no, and he said, okay, no problem, and he backed off. I think it happened 1 or 2 more times after that. He'd be like, you want to? I'm like, not yet, let's wait a little bit longer. And he's like, okay, whatever. He totally respected it. He never pushed it. He'd ask once, and then if I said no, he'd back off, and he didn't try to push the issue. He wasn't like, oh, but I want to, oh, but I do so much for you, oh, but whatever. He just accepted it, he respected my choice, and he backed off, okay? That is what a good guy should do. If you're dating a guy who does that, who respects your choices, respects your space, and doesn't try to pressure you into anything, he's a good guy. And every time that he said no, it made me love him so much more. And every time that he accepted that I said no, it would just make me love him so much more, because he was just being a good guy. The other guy, I honestly just did it just to shut him up, and I regret it so much. Like, we'd be hanging out. We only dated for like 3 weeks too, and we didn't have sex until after we broke up. Okay, I know, sketchy, but anyway, we'd be hanging out, cuddling or whatever, and then he'd be like, oh, do you want to? And I'd be like, no. And he'd be like, oh, come on, it'll be good, blah, blah, whatever, whatever, giving me tons of excuses, trying to make me feel guilty and stuff. And I'd be like, no, whatever, no, let's just wait. And he's just like, oh, come on. And finally I'm just like, if I don't say yes, he's never going to shut up. So I said, fine, whatever. So he did that, and then we like almost did. Like, I made him wear a condom. And he wasn't happy about that at all. I'm like, that's the only way you're getting in my pants, dude. And he was just like, whatever. He wasn't feeling it. He hates him. He always goes bareback. And, whatever. So, we like started to, and then I was just like, okay, I'm not comfortable. I'm not feeling this. If you ever have sex with somebody and you don't feel comfortable and you feel like you're going to regret it, stop. Just stop. If you have to push him off, if you have to slap him in the face, if you have to scream for help, stop. Even if he won't, just get it. Make it stop. Whatever way you possibly can. Grab your alarm clock next to you and bash it into his head. Whatever you have to do. Make him stop. And I kind of just pushed him off. I'm like, okay, we're done. And next time we hung out, went for it. I regret it so bad. I did not love the guy. He was a total jerk. He treated me like crap. I found out later he was cheating on me, and he was just a shady jerk, and he wouldn't even wear a condom for me. And of course, I was just kind of like, oh, I don't care, whatever, we'll be fine. It was so stupid. And I regret it. So, all I'm saying is, if you're ever in the situation where you could possibly, if you feel like you want to, if you feel completely ready, if he says, do you want to, or starts going for it, and you feel totally comfortable, you're like, alright, let's do this, no problems, and you feel totally comfortable, you feel totally safe, and you know you can stop at any time with no problems, then you're ready and go for it. You know, just use protection, please. But if you're with a guy who just wants to do it and get it over with, but if you're with a guy who just, you know, wants to do it and get it over with, and he's just kind of forcing you into it and you feel really uncomfortable with the whole situation, then you're not ready, or you're not ready with him. He's not the one. You don't want to do it. Don't do it. And like I said, if he tries to force himself onto you, tries to guilt you some more, then do something about it. Like if he's trying to guilt you into it, pick up your phone, text your friend, say, get over here, or call so-and-so, or whatever. Do that. Get the situation out under wraps or whatever. Or if you don't have time to do that, just try to push him off, saying, no, I don't want to do this. Or if you have to, like he's really forcing himself onto you, use your nails, girl power, claw the hell out of his face like the tiger you are. And if that doesn't work, just grab whatever around you. Like take your glass of water, beat him in the head with it. Take your mirror, just hurt him. You have the right to do that. Okay, punch him in the face, scratch him, and if that's still not working, scream bloody murder. Because if you're in his house, there's probably someone else, or his neighbor might even hear, or if you're in your house, your parents, your siblings, whatever. If you have pets, maybe they'll start going crazy, somebody will hear it, whatever. Just do whatever you possibly can. So there are ways around it. I'm just saying use protection if you're going to do anything. So that's those. I know I could ramble on with that one forever too. I'm trying to think if there's anything really specifically important. Oh, another thing is this is going to be such a long video, but I have so much to say. I'm sorry. So, yeah. Basically, if there's anything that you feel like you want to do, like maybe you're on like a sports team but you don't want to do it anymore and you want to try something else. You want to play baseball but you're already playing soccer. See if you can do both. If you can't do both, then see which one is more fun for you. You know, try out for the team. See if you get on it. See if you like it, you know? If there's something you want to do but you're scared somebody's going to make fun of you, like if you're on the football team and you really want to be in choir, like I was in choir, I loved it, so I'm going to use that as an example, then do it. Just do it. Go to the choir teacher, say, hey, could I actually stay in here for a day? Could I kind of observe? Could I kind of, you know, see you guys, just talk to people in there, see what you do, whatever. Look into it a little bit more. And if you want to do it, then just freaking do it. And if everybody on the team is going to be like, oh, you're gay, oh, they're jerks. Like, who cares? They're not your best friends then. They're just your teammates. You're just there to just play and leave, whatever. No big deal. So, whatever. Honestly, just do it. The only thing that I really regret was at my school, like I said, I was in choir. I was in choir all through 6th through 12th grade, so 7 years, right? Yeah, so 7 years of school. And we had this choir in high school, and it was called Women's Ensemble. And basically, it was just like a small group of girls. They had a men's glee club too, but it was just the women's one basically, because I'm a girl. Woo! And it was like audition only, but my teacher literally let everybody who auditioned in because cuckoo, cuckoo. But anyway, it was like that, and you got like a special black dress, and you got to do really advanced pieces, and you had to like stay after school and do practices and stuff, but you had like your own concerts, you had your own sections in concerts, you got to go on trips and stuff. It was really cool. And all through my high school career, I always thought, man, I really want to do that. It would be so cool. It would be just be the most awesome experience ever. But I never did it because I didn't have friends that were in it, or I wasn't sure about the whole dress thing. I'm like, I don't know if I really want to pay for the dress. I don't know how it's going to look on me, whatever. I don't know. Do I really want to switch back and forth between the dress and then the choir robes at concerts? Like, too much hassle. I didn't even think it was worth the effort. Finally, my senior year, I was looking at the sign-up sheet, and I was just kind of like, should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I do it? Should I not do it? And I was thinking about it. I'm like, it would be really cool. And then I was checking to see who signed up. I wasn't friends with anybody who signed up, and I was just like, I kind of want to. Should I not? Should I do it? Should I not? And finally, I just bit the bullet, and I signed up, and I was like, whatever. I'll just audition, see what happens. You know, see if I even get in. I auditioned. The audition wasn't very hard, just sang a few little songs, whatever, checked pitches and whatnot, and then I ended up making it. I ended up getting in, and I was just like, oh my God, I got in. And I got in the vocal section that I wanted, which was first soprano, but then when we switched into SSAA, which is soprano first and second, and then alto first and second, then I would do second soprano. So basically soprano range is what I wanted to do. And I was like, okay, I got the part I wanted. I made it. Should I stick with it? Whatever. And then he told us we can pick whatever black dress we want. I found one, whatever. And it was awesome. It was the best choice I'd ever made in my entire life. Like, maybe not my entire life, but it was pretty awesome. So, I mean, at concerts, I'd get up there and I would feel so fancy in my black dress and singing these advanced songs and going on trips and meeting other women's ensemble people, and oh my God, just all the pieces we learned that were just so advanced, and meeting all the people we did and the trips and the everything and the experiences. And I ended up getting along with everybody who was in there. I mean, we weren't like best friends, but I mean, we'd still be like, oh, hey, whatever, like hug, and we'd kind of hang out, whatever. And we were kind of close, but I mean, we weren't like best friends or anything. And I loved it. And my only regret from doing it was not doing it sooner. So honestly, even if you have some hesitation, some doubt, you're scared, whatever, even if you have no friends doing it, just try it, because you might love it. And if you don't do it now, you're going to regret it later. So sorry for the long story, but let me just clear that up. And my main thing is, actually I have two more little points. I'll make these quick. The first one is, you don't have to know who you are right away. When I went into high school, I had pink hair. I had pink hair. All of it was pink. And I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, it was just pink. And then later on in the year, I had blue hair. My entire head was blue. At the end of the year, I had blonde, bleach blonde hair and coontails. If you don't know what coontails are, they're just like black stripes. I had black stripes, thick ones, going through my bangs. Whatever. Did it look good? Absolutely not. But at the time, it was fun. It's something fun that I wanted to do, so I just did it. Did I get made fun of for it? Hell yes, I did. Hell yes, I did. Did I care? No. Just who cares? Like, honestly, who cares? You want to dye your hair purple? Freaking dye your hair purple. Go to school with purple ass hair and rock it. Who cares? Who cares? And then, whatever. Just who cares? Seriously, that's all I can really say. If you want to wear leather pants to school every Tuesday, wear leather pants to school every Tuesday. If you want to wear solid pink every Friday, wear solid pink every Friday. If you want to wear this one scarf that you love every single day, wear that scarf every single day. And if somebody's going to be like, oh my God, she's so weird, she wears that all the time, oh my God, who cares? Who cares? Like, everybody has bad style choices. Who cares? And now I look back at that, like my crazy hair, and I'm just like, why did I do that? And I think it's really funny because it looks horrible. It was awful, but at the time that's what I wanted, and at the time that's what made me happy, and I don't regret doing that at all. Who cares? And I made friends who loved me, blue hair or not, and it was all good. And my last main point to you is, honestly, I know I was told this so many times when I was in school, and I didn't believe it until I was out of school, and I was like, oh my God, it's true. You will not ever interact with like 99% of the people you went to school with. You just won't. Like, unless you end up going to the same college as them, you will not see them ever again. So if there's like one kid who always picked on you and you're just like, man, I have to be so successful just to like, make him not make fun of me or whatever, after your graduation, you'll never see that kid again. Ever. Never. I have only seen like 10 people that I went to school with who are actually in a different grade than me after high school, and I'm still friends with those people, and honestly I don't even see them that much. Like, the only person I really see a lot was my best friend Alora. So other than her, I don't know. People in my grade, I hated everybody in my grade. I have never seen in person anybody who was in my grade ever since high school. I mean, one time, like last week at the grocery store, I walked by this girl, she's like, oh hey, that was it. Like, you won't see them ever again. So if you're scared that this person's going to make fun of you, whatever, you're really trying to impress this person, there's no point, because you will not see them again. So do whatever the hell you want. Doesn't matter what happens in school, because you're not going to see them again. I promise you won't see them again. Okay, and actually I thought of one more point when I said that, and this, I promise this will be the last point. So basically, your friends in high school and middle school, they're probably really shady people. I'm going to be honest with you. Friends are very replaceable most of the time. Like, to be honest. All of my best friends in middle school, I got to high school, and I'm like, wow, you guys are really shady bitches. Never talked to them again. My friends in freshman and sophomore and junior year, same thing. There was this one girl who I was like best friends with, loved her to death. I supported her all the freaking time. She was amazing, whatever. And then she moved away, made a whole bunch of new friends, completely forgot about me. And the only time she would contact me is when she wanted money or a car ride or something. And she ended up being really shady. And I was like, really? You're like my best friend. Like, what the hell? So even though they may seem like best friends with you, like, they're probably really not. So don't think that your friends are the most amazing people ever, because they're not. The only friends that you really have are the friends who prove themselves to you. Like, I have like 2 true friends, and one of them, Alora, has legit every single time I need support, she is the one who's next to me. She's the first person to reach out a hand and help me. Always. My other friends, half the time, MIA. I mean, fun to hang out with, but honestly, MIA. A lot of your friends are probably going to pick boys over you. They're not good friends. Whatever. Just people who are always there for you are your friends. So don't be like, oh my god, I'm friends with Sadie, and Sadie is like so cool. She's like my best friend, because honestly, after you graduate, she's going to delete you from her life. Like, I'm just saying. So don't spend too much time trying to impress your friends. Just be you, do you, whatever, have fun. And oh my god, one more thing. Also, don't feel obligated to go to college. You don't have to. It's not required for a reason. I did not go to college. I've never wanted to go to college. Even in like 5th grade, I didn't want to go to college. I never wanted to. I never wanted to. It's not that I'm not smart enough and I don't think I can handle it. It's not that I can't afford it. It's not that I'm lazy. I wouldn't use it. Like, a college education is not something that I find useful for myself. It's not. Like, even when I graduated, I had no idea what I wanted to be, where I was going to go with my life. I had no clue. I finally decided I'm going to go to cosmetology school. I signed up last year. It didn't work out. I was really upset about it, but I found another one, and I'm going to be going this fall. So, yeah, I mean, you don't have to know exactly what you want to do, exactly where you're going to go to school, if you're going to go to school, where you're going to work. It doesn't matter. You are a kid. You are not even 18 yet, basically, when you graduate. I graduated at 17. I know some people graduate older. Like, one kid in my grade was 21, and that was my boyfriend at the time. Anyway, so, I mean, don't, like... Oh, Ella's here. Ella's going to give advice. Advice, Ella? No? Her advice is get lots of sleep because she's tired. But yeah, so you don't have to know. Don't worry about it. You will find your way. You will figure something out. It might take a little bit longer than you wanted, but you will figure it out. You will be just fine. So don't worry about it. But I've been rambling now for almost 40 minutes, so I'm going to go. And I hope some of this advice was helpful, and I really hope you take it seriously. And if you watch the whole thing, then you're awesome, because I know I rambled for a long time, but these are all the things that I really wish somebody would have told me when I was in school that nobody did. And that's it. No more rambling. Bye, guys. Thank you for watching. If you did, and have an amazing first day. And if you've already had your first day, then have an amazing year. And you're going to be awesome and have fun. Bye.